Right, it's this question has caused some problems on Hegarty. It's task 849. It's knowing your exact trig values, and that's what's catching some of you out. So what I've done so far is just put on the information that we've got. I've labelled the sides. That's my angle I'm going to work with, the angle Y. So that's the hypotenuse, and the opposite, I've got the adjacent. All right. Obviously, I'm going to use these two. So it's cosine. Okay. So if I write over here that cosine y degrees, or whatever it is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 9 over root 108. Okay, so we've obviously got here, we've got a surd that we need to simplify. And of course, when you're looking at these things, the thing is to try and find the largest square number you can, which is a factor of that surd. Not an easy one, but there is one. Well, there's a couple actually. I'm going to go for 36 because that is equal to 9 over 36 times 3 in the square root box. Okay, so just separating those two. It's going to give me root 36 on my denominator times root 3, and 9 is still on top. That's going to simplify to 9 over 6 times root 3. And that is also going to simplify, it's going to cancel down. 9 over 6 becomes 3 over 2. And root 3 is still on the bottom. Okay, so it's 3 over 2, lots of root 3. I shouldn't have a surd on the bottom, so I'm going to times both those, my numerator and my denominator, times them both by root 3. And if I work along there, that's going to give me 3 lots of root 3. This is a little bit tricky. Root 3 times root 3 is 3, but don't forget the 2 times by 2, you're going to get 6. Okay, right, okay, then I've got 3 over 6. So essentially I've got root 3, a single root 3 over 2. Right, so that is an exact trig value. But for which angle? Well, I've seen it before. I know I have. Yeah, because we did that sometime last week, week before. Root 3, it's one of these, it's one of those. So it's going to be, there we are, cosine. Yeah, cosine 30 degrees is root 3 over 2. So, therefore, well, I could put that in, can't I? Cosine, so just to show the examiner that I know the trig value, the exact trig value for cosine 30, it's root 3 over 2. So back to the original question, angle Y is 30 degrees.